World War I Impact on America.
To recap World War I and America's involvement, America declared war on Germany in the April of 1917. The war had previously been going on for 3 years already, and America faced reluctance of joining. However, the sinking of U.S. ships by German submarines, along with the Zimmerman Note, was enough to push the United States into battle. More than 4.7 million service members fought, and over 100,000 of them died due to various causes. Some died in battle and many from disease. After the war, the United States became a world leader in industry, economics, and trade. Major impacts included economy, civil liberties, women's rights, and America's world status.
The main impact on government related to how the power greatly expanded. President Woodrow Wilson gained direct control over much of the economy. Due to the shifting from producing consumer goods to producing war supplies, it was very complicated of a task for private industries to handle on its own, so businesses and the government collaborated. First, this was created by the War Industries Board, which was created by Bernard M. Bernard. The industrial production increased by 20% thanks to this board, and the retail prices surged, and in 2018 they were almost double what they had been before the war. Some other industries was railroad administration and fuel administration, the food administration which conserved food, and next came to the National War Labor Board, which was created in 1918. It was where workers who refused to obey board decisions could lose their draft exemptions. The board also improved factory conditions, which was 8-hour workdays, safety inspections, and enforced the child labor ban.
America had two goals: to raise money and to convince the public to support the war. They spent $35.5 million on war efforts. One-third of this money was raised through taxes, such as progressive income tax, war profit tax, and higher taxes on tobacco, liquor, and luxury goods. A huge part of the war in America was propaganda. This was biased communication designed to influence people's thoughts and actions. Propaganda popularized the war through paintings, posters, cartoons, and sculptures. The majority promoted patriotism but also began advertising hatred and violence of civil liberties of certain ethnic groups and opponents of war.
A huge impact that propaganda had was anti-immigrant hysteria. Those who emigrated from Germany and Austria-Hungary faced discrimination. Also, Americans born in Germany were targeted as well. That meant that those with German names lost their jobs, and even schools stopped teaching German. Another impact was the Espionage and Sedition Acts, which explained that a person could be fined and sentenced to jail for interfering with the war effort or saying anything negative about the government, which violated our First Amendment. Next came the Great Migration, which was a large-scale movement of hundreds of thousands of Southern blacks to cities in the North.
Before World War I, women had been excluded from many jobs. However, wartime need for labor brought over a million more for women into the workforce. Jobs Jobs that were once held exclusively by men welcomed women such as railroad workers, cooks, dock workers, and bricklayers. Traditional jobs were occupied by women as well: nurses, clerks, and teachers. Women participated in many peace movements President Wilson acknowledged.
The services of women during the Supreme Crisis had been the most signal usefulness and distinction. It is a high time that part of our debt should be acknowledged. By saying this quote, he did not include equal pay for equal work. However, it did help boost public support for women's suffrage. In 1918, the Congress had passed the 19th Amendment, granting the woman the right to vote.
Overall, World War I would impact many aspects of our lives today.